Art appreciator. I've casually called myself an anti-folk, asexual, apolitical, anarchist, artistic, avocado, asparagus, piss, able-bodied adult, age 33, anxiety, apartment, apology, appropriate, appetite, accidental, anorexia, armpit, autumn, attraction, available, avoid. I dig the art appreciator who doesn't identify, who doesn't need anybody, which makes me want her more, like from a social distance, like crying on the floor, or sitting on the garage rooftop of the church down the street. And I should have known better because I'm a piece of vegan meat, and a man will decide to join me even though it's nighttime and I might be scared, and I know I'm a black belt, but I'm never really all that prepared for unexpected body mass that I just can't compete with, and I wish I had some pepper spray or brass knuckles to break some teeth with, but he's probably just socially unaware and drunk without a care, and so am I.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to People Say. This is our first ever showing, and it's live stream here on YouTube, directly at the Staten Island Arts Building in Irby. This evening, I'm proud to present 4 different bands, starting with the Eddie Jackson Quartet. We'll have later on the Mike Morreale Trio, later after that, the Karlus Trapp Quartet, and finishing it up with Mike Kane's Goon Dads. Before we get started, I'd like to thank a couple of people. The New York State Council of the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, and the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs. Like I said before, we have a crazy lineup for you this evening, and I'm super excited to present all of these people to you. I'm Darrell Smith, and we're going to get it kicking with the Eddie Jackson Quartet. Please welcome him to the stage. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Ed Jackson of Eddie Jackson's Time Out, and we're going to do a couple of songs for you. We've chosen actually something to mention that we were advertised as doing stuff from the 70s and the 60s, but we're going to actually take that, move it up, and make it where we've come up with our own particular rendition of different songs. So we're going to start out by doing Guy's Groovy Grab Bag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that was our first song. The next song we're going to do is just in reference to how folks take a little look at love, and it's called Sometime Lover. One, two, three. Sometime lover, sometime lover, sometime lover, sometime lover. We all want love when it's shiny and new. Nothing feels better when someone picks you. You see, floating like a bird on a natural high. So easy to love under a bright blue sky. But when the storms came, well, you ran for cover. I didn't know that you were a sometime lover. Don't last too long. Sometime lover, no love song. Sometime lover's gone in a minute. Sometime lover not in it to win it. Sometime lover, no story to be told. Sometime lover lasts as long as the breath you hold. Oh, oh, oh. Well, your words are so vague, and your actions just enough. Well, you needed a back door. Well, in case the going got rough. You see you loving shallow waters, happy dipping your feet. You see, love takes courage, and it's more than you can do and me. You see, love takes courage, not for the weak at heart. 'Cause I will find my queen who won't be. Sometime lover don't last too long. Sometime lover no love song. Sometime lover gone in a minute. Sometime lover not in it to win it. Sometime lover no story to be told. Sometime lover lasts as long as the breath you hold. Oh, 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 oh. We all want love when it's shiny and new. Nothing feels better than someone picks you. You see, floating like a bird on a natural high. So easy to love under a bright blue sky. But when the storms came, when you ran for cover, I didn't know that you were sometime lover don't last too long. Sometime lover's no love song. Sometime lover's gone in a minute. Sometime lover not in it to win it. Sometime lover no story to be told. Sometime lover lasts as long as the breath you hold. Oh, 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 oh. Sometime lover. Sometime lover. Sometime lover. Sometime lover. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, just having a bunch of fun with that. So now this next song is actually going to be kind of interesting because right behind that, we have the poor person, guy, who finds himself in an odd position during the course of an early morning. The name of this song is 6 a.m. In the morning, and I'm headed down Highway 10. 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm headed down Highway 10. If I have my way, Lord, I won't be back this way again. Oh no, 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 Lord, I I won't be back this way again. You see, I caught my woman with another man. I was a man, I was shivering. I pulled my gun and I shot at them both. I think I got him, but I can't be sure because I ran back to get in my car. To get away, I've gotta go far. I ran back to get in my car. To get away, I've gotta go far if I have my way. Lord, I won't be back this way again. Oh no, 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 Lord, I won't be back this way again. You see, how could this woman treat me so bad? She was the best thing I ever had. My love for her is really true. But right now, all I feel is blue. I ran back to get in my car. To get away, I've gotta go far. I ran back to get in my car. To get away, I've gotta go far if I have my way. Lord, I won't be back this way again. Oh no, 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 Lord, I won't be back this way again if I have my way. Lord, if I have my way. If I have my way. Yeah, if I have my way. Lord, I won't be back. No, I won't be back. I ain't going back. I won't be back. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't be back, child. No, 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 no. Said I ain't coming. I ain't going. I ain't leaving. I will not be back, child. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So thank you very much there, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that we have a couple of seconds left, so I'll try not to bore you by standing here and saying nothing. I'll say something. Okay. Well, as I said, we do have a website, and that is ej.com. And back in the bar. Well, we have big decisions behind me here and so forth. I'll finally figure out what song we're going to wind up doing. Okay. All right, we are actually doing Back at the Bar, which is one of our earlier tunes, and we'll have a bunch of fun of it, because in a little while, we will be back at the bar. We're back at the bar again. Oh yeah. Here we are. We're back at the bar again. With Billy, Bob, Harry and Sue. We came down to get a drink or two. Now Billy there, he don't care, because his woman won't treat him fair. But Bobby, he ain't never had much of luck. No. You see, they come here so they can flirt, because their women treat them like nerds. So here we are, we're back at the bar again. Whoa, yeah. Here we are, we're back at the bar again. Yes, so it's Billy, Bob, Harry and Sue. We came down to get a drink or two. Now Harry, he's one of those handsome guys. Around the women, never shy. But he met one who was truly sly. And oh yeah, you see, she had a friend whose name was Sue. And now it's Harry and Sue who are two. So here we are, we're back at the bar again. Whoa, yeah. Here we are, we're back at the bar again. Yes, so it's Billy and Bob, Harry and Sue. We came down to get a drink or two. Take it, Darrell. We're back at the bar again. Whoa, yeah. Here we are. We're back at the bar again. Yes, so it's Billy, Bob, Harry and Sue. We came down to get a drink or two. Now, I know you're wondering where I fit in. Well, let me see where to begin, just to tell you just what I'm looking for. And oh yeah, you see, we love our women here and there, but I just need one to stay right here. So here we are, we're back at the bar again. Whoa, yeah. Here we are, we're back at the bar again. Yes, so it's Billy and Bob, Harry and Sue. We came down to get a drink or two. So here we are, we're back at the bar again. Whoa, yeah. Here we are, we're back at the bar again. Yes, and so here we are, we're back at the bar again. And oh yeah, hey, how's it going, Bill? How's it going, Harry? Bartender, let me have a scotch and soda, man. Thanks. Woo! All right, so have a good evening there, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Jackson, y'all. Eddie Jackson. That was fantastic. Eddie, when you join me over here, we're going to interview you for the people, y'all. Hey, are we on camera? Hey, this is, you guys don't see him, but there's Tom behind the camera right now. So Eddie, man, that
Yes.
was fantastic, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
That was amazing. That was
Thank you,
amazing.
Jack.
It's so good to hear live music, especially during this pandemic. It's been crazy. I know it's been crazy for
Totally.
everybody. So, welcome to our building here.
Thank you.
Have you ever performed here at Staten Island Arts before?
Well, at Staten Island Arts, no, I haven't.
Okay. So, a couple of questions for you, because I know you have hundreds and thousands of fans back home. But for those of you that don't know you, I want to get to know Eddie Jackson right now. So, I was talking to you on the phone the other day. You're originally from Brooklyn.
Yes.
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 Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Okay. And then you moved out to Staten Island when?
In like approximately 79, 80.
Oh, man. Well, I wasn't even in the picture yet.
Well, no, don't worry about that.
And how long have you been playing bongo and singing?
Well, I've been playing bongos, since you're young, beating on mom's pots and pans, and obviously she's looking at you kind of oddly. It's like, that's not what we use them for. So, I guess say 7, 8, we really started getting into it, and there was no other drummers in the group, meaning the family, so it was just my dad, who did singing.
So the only other musician in your family was your dad?
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. And how long has this band been together? Which I never introduced these guys. I forgot to introduce them. Y'all.
Okay.
So do you want to introduce them?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. The gentleman that you've been listening to on the guitar, his name is Mr. Adam Volk. The gentleman who's playing the drums, that's Mr. Guy Powell. The gentleman who's been playing the bass, that's John Beckton. Those are the guys in the band.
And of course, Mr. Eddie
Oh,
Jackson.
yes, my name is Eddie Jackson.
So, what else have you been doing to stay busy during this pandemic? I know it's been up and down for everybody.
Well, during the pandemic, what I have actually been able to do is the first 3 songs that you guys heard coming across the ear are, songs that we are putting across, because those were the ones that we came up during the pandemic. We're in the midst of recording them now and prepping them for our upcoming, CD.
Excellent. And does that CD have a release date?
At this point, no. It will be, let's say, just later this year.
Okay.
We'll make it that simple.
Excellent.
There are a number of songs we do want to put on there again, and in doing so, it's there's still tunes to work on, all that fancy stuff.
Understood. Understood. And so if people want to follow you like on social media or anything like that, I wanted people to be able to follow Eddie Jackson and Time Out Quartet, right? Time Out? Time Out.
Ed Jackson's Time Out.
Yep.
Okay. As the term goes, let me get my cheat sheet.
All right, cheat sheets. All right. I hope everybody's enjoying the live broadcast right now. This is live television, y'all. This is crazy. This is my first time doing this, so I'm extremely excited about it. And I know all of my guests this evening are excited about it too. Like I was saying before, all of our guests this evening are Staten Island musicians. They all are born on Staten Island or have been a staple on Staten Island, just like Eddie Jackson here. Anyway, let's get back to your website and all the things.
Alrighty, so, because I don't need glasses to see the card.
All right.
Alrighty, so we're our website is at ejtimeout.com, and our email is at info@ej.com, ejtimeout.com.
So that's ejtimeout.com to follow the Eddie Jackson Timeout Quartet. We hope you enjoyed, you guys. I certainly enjoyed, you guys. Thank you
We
so
had a good
much.
time.
Social distance pounds, y'all.
This is true.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank your band. And we're going to go on and continue with the show.
This is true.
Thanks you, Eddie.
I will get out the way.
All right, man. All right. Let me see your mic. Thanks, baby. All right. So, at this time, y'all, I'm going to bring up my next. Oh, excuse me. Live TV. So at this time, y'all, I should probably take this off now. Excuse me. So at this time, I'd like to bring up my second esteemed guest. The next group coming up is the Mike Morreale Trio. Mike Moriali is a trumpet player and educator here on Staten Island. He currently teaches at the College of Staten Island. Joining him this evening will be Vincent Guarna on bass and Gerald Kavanagh on drums. I'll interview him later so you can get to know him better, but from this point on, I guess just welcome to the stage Mr. Mike Morreale. Thank you, y'all.
Thank you, Darrell. Really indeed an honor to be here, especially at this very first incarnation of this wonderful second Wednesday hang. I'm going to open up with a couple of tunes by Charlie Parker. I think many things were interrupted last year, and one of them was the centennial celebration of this great American artist. So we're going to do two tunes, Confirmation, and which he wrote, and then a tune that I'm sure he got inspired to play by the great Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan, a tune called Lover Man. So we're going to open with those two. Okay, here we go. One, I'm gonna hook my stuff, man. Sorry. I'm gonna hook my stuff, okay. Yeah, we got a minute, good. Yeah, those are two, last year was kind of, again, a drag, and I don't know, I didn't really miss playing out in public as much as I thought I would, but I did miss playing with my musical brothers. So on August 17th, I went in the studio and did a record, which is going to be called August 17th, and the first two tunes we performed were going to be from that album. So we did some Charlie Parker, which I wanted to do to celebrate his centennial, and a few other things, and then a couple originals I wrote. So this is going to be one of those. I was driving around, and sometimes I'll hear a thing of music, and I'll go in another different direction, but I hear something out of that and come up with something. So this is like a very simple little melody line, and they were playing something from the late 60s, Miles Davis. So I did the more politically correct title, called it Witch's Soup, and not what he called his masterpiece. And then we're going to kind of morph into final tune, morph into his something from his late 50s period of blues called No Blues or Profancing, depending on what you call it. I want to just pretty much just introduce these guys. Wonderful Gerald Kavanaugh on the drums, and Vince Warner on the bass. They weren't on that recording I did last year, but they sure play like they were on it, and sure could have been on it. This thing will be out on my web, whatever. It'll be out within a few months, either in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be called Michael Moriali Volume 4, August 17th. So now let's do it. Get it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Moriali, y'all. Michael Moriali. Oh, Mike, watch your feet. Watch your feet. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's do this. Sorry. There we go. And we're looking at this camera here.
Okay.
Hey, Nat, are we good? Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mike Moriali. Michael Moriali. Killing it. Thanks for being here this evening.
My dearest pleasure, man.
So, just one more time, the members of your band, that was Mr. Gerald Kavanagh on drums and Vince Guarna on bass. And, of course, the man, the legend, Staten Island native, Mr. Michael Morreale.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. So I've known Mike for literally 2/3 of my life. I've met him when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I was a pup, I suppose. Quick introduction of Mike. When I met him, he was running a Wednesday night big band session at this place called the Cargo Cafe.
Well, with Race Grow.
With Race Grow. So it was Mike and Ray, and they were running this every Wednesday night. And it literally made me want to play drums. I was watching him and a few other local people like Fred Stoll. There was Chris Garone. There was Vinny Ruggieri, one of my biggest mentors. I mean, everybody was in the band. Anybody who was anybody. And Mike was leading that. And it was so staple in Staten Island that it was amazing. It brought people out to Staten Island, and I'm hoping to follow in his footsteps and do some of the same with People Say. So thanks for inspiring me, Mike.
My pleasure.
Yes, sir. So I want to know a couple things about you. I know you grew up on Staten Island.
Yeah, total run. I sleep in the room I was brought home to. And very musical family. Both parents were Juilliard grads and piano playing, plus my mother was a pianist and her brother was a pianist, and my uncles, all my father's brothers were musicians in addition to my dad, so I kind of went into the family business.
Amazing. And so speaking of family business, I know I met your father, Nino Moriali.
Yeah, Nino played in that band Wednesdays.
Right. So Nino was a saxophone player in this big band that I was just alluding to before. And Nino was also an educator on Staten Island, right?
Nino was a teacher of music at Newdorp High School. It was, he always told me the two best things he did, thank you, Tom, two best things he did was marry my mother and teach at Newdorp, so.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was, he loved it there.
And speaking of teaching, you also teach some yourself.
Yeah, I teach at the College of Staten Island, and I love it too. Yeah, I really do. It's one of my, right there, just walked in, and it's a gas. Yeah, it really is, and it's getting time, but not yet. But it's very, very fulfilling.
I feel like I can't talk about Staten Island musicians without mentioning you. I feel like you're like on the Mount Rushmore of Staten Island musicians. So hey, man, I appreciate you being here.
You mentioned Vinny Ruggieri. I mean, he was really the heartbeat of this music for a very long time, and I miss him every day. And then my mentors were Don Joseph, great jazz trumpet player, and Turk Van Lake, a great arranger. And then there was, of course, Cesar DeMauro, who was the prince of the city. So, and Staten Island's got some great players. Kenny Washington, man. No, but he's probably the best musician to come out of Staten Island, a great drummer, Kenny Washington. And then I've had the pleasure of playing with John Gordon, who's, as I always remind him, 10 years my junior. And he's done wonderful things. So, it's a great tradition, and I do my little part to keep it going.
Amazing. So, getting back to you though, I know you just had an album come out.
Yeah, I've had 3 out. Volume 3 was called Stories of Recent Vintage Original Albums. I have a website, michaelmorialimusic.com, which is maintained wonderfully by the great Jack Frisch of Upright Music, who's done stuff for everybody. And I use local photographer Mike Shane to do my cover art on some of the stuff, and so it's a Staten Island feel. And this 4th one is going to be called August 17th. And, that's what, I went in the studio that day, and that's what we did that day in this horrible year from last year, and we made some music. So that'll be out in some way, shape, or form in a few months.
Amazing. Well, Mike, is there anything else you want to tell the people about, like, what you're doing right now, or like?
No, this is what I'm doing, this gig, and then back to the couch. No, we'll start writing and doing more things, and of course, school is always it's a different challenge teaching the way we're teaching right now. But the record coming out will be soon, and then we just go forward. I have a couple things in the can on top of that, so we go straight ahead, and just that's what my father used to say, straight ahead. So that's what
Straight ahead, yes, indeed.
All right, man,
Well,
thanks.
Michael, I appreciate you being here, man. Love, love,
I
love,
gotta meet
amazing.
The kid, man. I gotta meet the boy.
I
you
know,
all
I
right?
just had a son. Thank you
all.
so much.
You all. This is a wonderful thing, and we'll be, like I said, it's gonna be a great hang every second Wednesday of.
Every second Wednesday, yes, sir. Thank you, Mike Morreale. Mike Moriali, ladies and gentlemen. So before we close out our first set, we're going to cut it back to our guest poet this evening, Miss Phoebe Blue. Before we close, though, I'd like to once again thank our sponsors, the people that keep the lights on. That's the New York State Council on the Arts and the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs. And of course, thank you to the Staten Island Arts Foundation for hosting this evening. People say, once again, Phoebe Blue, stick around. There'll be a 10-minute 10-minute intermission, excuse me. And prior to that, if you are enjoying what you're listening to right now, there is a donate button at the bottom of the screen that we'll have up if it's not up right now. But there is a donate button. All of the monies go to funding this program and future programs for Staten Island Arts. So we appreciate you being here and watching. Miss Phoebe Blue, y'all. Thank you.
Stuck in Snug Harbor, it's a blustery fall day. Nowhere else to be. I wish you the best. I wish to think of you less. I shall think of me. How broken am I? Not broken enough, clearly. Meditation and yoga. Wrote a bunch of poems inspired by Glacier Lake at ETG. Cheers. I get the shivers. I shake my head wildly, just a touch of ghost. Your hand is so cold, man at wedding said. You dead? Bad circulation. Sensitive to light. I like to light incense, though. Need ambient sound. Darkness follows me. Go away, go away, go. Can't shake it, can't, won't. Dance around and sing. Say everything but the thing. Jump around and spin. I want to hold you, smell you, and feel your pressure, if that's cool with you. Just like the others, I didn't mean to hurt you, but you hurt me first. Discipline is cool. This screen, this screen, huh? Discipline is cool. Good for you, haiku, but I can't be restricted. I need to be free. Moving on to the high blue. It's a meme, so it must be true. I don't smoke or drink beer, but I want to give you a light and open your bottle. I'll soak up all your wet. Ring me out, though, don't forget. She's so coy it stings. She's so boy she sings. It's not my place anymore. Maybe it never was. Wounded healer, but I don't want to hurt. Everything's different now, even art. Thank you. In between my Irish hellos and goodbyes, Irish invitations when I'm shy, I hope to get to know you. Compost collage. Fish out of the cesspool, you know it's for the best. Fish out of that incest pool, I know it can be tough. Whether you're quirky alone or quirky together, we could be friends forever until things get weird and we lose touch. But let's try not to think so much. At this point, I don't know anyone that's not bi or bipolar. They're tri and tripolar, and you know I don't judge because I never got my wisdom teeth, just molar. And I try to channel the panel of your solar that is your light, and I'm sorry you've had such a hard fight, it's not right, but that's what artists are made of. Don't try to censor me, it's not that serious. I'm pretty sensitive, but you're delirious. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I try my best to walk you back off the plank, but I can't steer a ship that's already been sank. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Heard it through the grapevine, come a long way since jug wine. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm the guiltiest victim, Stockholm Syndrome. For what it's worth, man, healing vibes to Mother Earth, man. I'm a slacktivist, kinda activist, never was up on modern technology. I'm a millennial anomaly, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello, and welcome to our second set here at People Say. My name is Darrell Smith, and I'm your host this evening. The second act, we're going to have two more musical groups for you guys. Who we have coming up right now is the Karlus Trapp group. And after that, later on in the show, we're going to have the Goon Dads featuring Mike Kane and some other of his fellow compadres. I'd like to give it up once again for our special guest poet, Miss Phoebe Blue. She's been killing it all night, and she's been rocking. So thank you, Phoebe, for doing all of that. If you heard any sound behind me, that's just our sound crew just messing up everywhere. No, they're doing a fantastic job. On sound, you don't see him, but that's Mr. Ryan Chambers on sound. He's doing a bang-up job. And Natalie and Gina and Tom are doing all these camera things. So we have a small crew, but it's efficient. Anyhow, going into our second set, like I said, we have the Karlus Trapp group, and we're going to get started. But before we do, I'd like to give the special thank yous because we got to do it. They keep the lights on. It's the New York State Council on the Arts and the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, and of course, Staten Island Arts. Thank you for having us this evening. To continue on, I'm just going to give it to him. This is Karlus Trapp. Please enjoy, y'all. Thank you.
I'm gonna ride a little later on a minute to my local DJ. Yes, a rockin' little record that I want my jockey to play. Roll over Beethoven, got to hit it again today. You know my temperature rise and the jukebox blown the fuse. You know heart keep a rhythm and my soul ringing the blues. Roll over Beethoven, I tell Tchaikovsky the news. I got the rockin' pneumonia, I need to try the rhythm and blues. Got the call up on the riders sitting down with the rhythm of you. Roll over Beethoven, rockin' 2 by 2. Now feel it and like it, yes you love it and read it and rock it. Rolling over and move on up just drop a brother and read it and rock it. Rolling over, roll over, Beethoven, tell Tchaikovsky the news. step on my blue suede shoes. Hey, little, now don't play my fiddle. Ain't got nothing to lose. Roll over Beethoven, rocking a 2x2. You know now she look like a glowworm, dance like a spinning top. Got a crazy partner, all see him reeling around. Long as she got it down, the music will never stop. Roll over Beethoven, 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 this be the rhythm and blues. Long time. Start with some Chuck Berry here. Thank you, Chuck. My man, Mike McMahon's gonna sing the next tune for you. An old blues tune. I'm gonna change guitars here. Do a little song about a car. Love of a car.
Money, I'll tell you what I do. I go downtown, buy a Mercury or two. I'm crazy about a Mercury. I'm crazy about a Mercury. I'm gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. My baby went out, she couldn't stay long. She bought herself a Mercury, come a cruising on home. My baby's got a Mercury. My baby's got a Mercury. I'm gonna find me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Mama, you didn't stay long. She bought herself a Mercury, come a cruising on home. My baby's got a Mercury. My baby's got a Mercury. I'm gonna find me a Mercury and cruise it up and down. Money, I tell you what I do. I go downtown and buy a Mercury or two. I'm crazy about a Mercury. My baby got a Mercury. I'm gonna find me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. I'm gonna find me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road.
Mike, my man, singing there for you. Yeah. Nothing like a man's love of his car. Gonna do one of my favorite dance songs by one of my favorite artists. A little Marvin Gaye tune here. There's something to get you off your feet here.
Go out to parties, stand around. I was too nervous to really get down. Well, my body yearned to be free. Got up on the floor, girl, somebody could choose me. No more standing side the wall. I got myself together, baby, having a ball. Long as you're grooving, always a chance. Somebody watching might wanna make romance. Move your body, ooh, yeah, feel alright. Rock, so yeah, rock it tonight. Coming down, cool and slow. Rocking your rocking soul. Move it up. Shake it down, move it in and around. All you ladies are so fine. Woo. Got me here, standing in line. Shake it and around. Shake, shake, shake it up, shake it down. Coming down, cool and slow. Riding to your riding zone. Shake it down, move it in and around. All you ladies are so fine. I know it got me here, standing in line. Keep on dancing, ooh. To give it up, keep on dancing, ooh. Got to give it up, keep on dancing, ooh. Got to give it up, keep on Marvin Gaye for that last tune. We got a little original for you here. I heard bad news driving through Boston. Had to turn my radio off. Bad news coming out of 52. People had a whooping cough. I come home to New York City. My daddy's lying in bed. Said me all got to go one day now, child. Mama just nodded her head. Crank the volume, rock the house. You better crank the volume. Step on out. Crank the volume when they come around. Oh, let them know that you know what to do with the guitar sound. Strange news coming from England. Fields where they grown wheat. From down New Zealand, people had to give up meat. Over Machu Picchu, riding up in the sky. Said it's a long way to the top of this hill. Don't you wish that you could fly? Crank the volume, rock the house. Better crank the volume. Step on out. Whoa, crank the volume when they come around. Oh, let them know that you know what to do with the guitar sound. I said, let them know that you know what to do with the guitar sound. Whoa. Churches reading in scandal, government's down the tank, CEOs pumping a hand up, strutting right out of the bank. Ain't nobody saying about nothing, punching that ticket to bank. All got to go one day now, child. Want to remember your name. Crank the volume, rock the house. Better crank the volume. Step on out. Oh, crank the volume when they come around. Oh, let them know you know what to do with the guitar sound. Heaven knows you know what to do with the guitar sound. Let them know you know what to do with the guitar sound. Heaven knows you know what to do. Guitar sound. Thank you. Mike McMahon, Nat Seeley, Dom Tranquility.
You guys, Mr. Karlus Trapp, y'all. Mr. Karlus Trapp. Am I checking this camera here? Natalie, thank you so much. Karlus, amazing. That was an amazing performance, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody here. Can you say everybody's name in the band one more time? Maybe in the microphone, though. Maybe in the microphone.
On the bass, Dom Tancredi.
Dom.
On drums, Mr. Nat Seeley.
Nat Seeley.
On the guitar and vocals, Mr. Mike McMahon.
Beautiful. Man, you guys did a fantastic job. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. And thank you, Karlus, for being here and putting that together. So, is this your first time here at Staten Island Arts?
No. I was actually, me and the wife were here. She's an artist, a show person, and she had a poem song that I accompanied her with about 3 years ago. And I also performed that night with Cara Lanzi. My wife's name is Loria Rayola. And so performed with her and performed with Cara Lanzi doing an original tune of ours that night also.
Amazing. So I got this wrong when I was thinking about you. I thought that you weren't born on Staten Island, but apparently you were born on Staten Island.
I'm an island boy, man.
Island boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right, man.
Yes.
You're on the island.
So what is this idea? I was checking out your profile and all of these things, and you're highly influenced by the other island, like those islands down.
Yes,
So
of Jamaica. And, I can't say that it's because, I have roots there, from my ancestors. Is just something about that vibe, that resonates with me.
Yeah.
On a deeper level.
Amazing. And so when did you start playing guitar and singing and doing everything that you're doing?
I was always singing. I think I was always singing. I think I was singing in the womb. But I started playing guitar when I was 11. So, it's been a long journey.
Amazing.
And, it was like, I loved Hendrix, but my influences aren't all guitar players. I love Dr. John, and I love Fats Domino, that New Orleans sound, and I love Motown and the Beatles and Aretha Franklin. So they're all influences.
That's super apparent in your performance tonight. I mean, it sounded like
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah. So, how have you been keeping busy during this pandemic?
You know what? I feel blessed. I have not had a problem keeping busy at all. I have been playing regularly, either doing parties, outdoor gigs, studio sessions. In February, I actually had a library show I did libraries all across the country doing my Roots of Black Music in America show, which the libraries just ate up all over the place. I did 42 shows in February, 28 days. Wow. Different libraries all over the country. I'd never done this before, but I was blessed with Farmers Market Music. They hooked me up with this. And so I have not had a problem being busy during the pandemic, like I said. Plus, I teach at home. I teach ukulele at my church. I teach it over at Bridge Prep, so.
Amazing.
You have to wear different hats.
I know it. I'm doing it myself. I'm. For those of you that don't know at home, I'm a professional drummer, so this is just a total side thing. I've hosted some performances before, but normally I'm sitting behind these drums. And speaking of the drums, do you see this People Say logo? This was done by Billy Siciliano over at what was the name of this company? Viola, did you remember the name of this company? Major League Printing, or yes, I'll get that right, but it was definitely Billy Siciliano, and he made this custom-made People Say drum kit for us, so thank you, Billy, and thank you, Karlus, man. This was an amazing evening. Just to be able to do this, most of my shows have been solo by myself. To be able to do this with the band, Well, I'm glad I was able to provide a situation for you guys to come out, because this is so needed, especially during this pandemic, so thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Karlus Trapp, y'all. Thank you. And at this time, we've come to our final performance of the evening. Coming up to the stage is a good friend of mine. His name is Mr. Mike Kane, and he's going to be with his compadres. It's Joe, Tom, damn it, and Billy. Tom and Billy Harden. They're going to be playing bass and guitar respectively, and their official name is Goon Dads. So I hope that you guys enjoy the Goon Dads. But before our last performance, I'd like to thank once again Miss Phoebe Blue for all of her fantastic work, and all of the amazing musicians that came on stage tonight, starting with the Eddie Jackson Quartet earlier in the evening, the Mike Morreale Trio, and then right before this, Mr. Karlus Trapp, obviously. Thank you to the production team that we have here, our camera crew, and our sound people. Thank you to Violetta Palachik for organizing this whole thing. And thank you, Staten Island Arts. And our final thank you to our funders, the New York State Council of the Arts and the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you to the donors. You keep all of the lights on and everything going. Once again, my name is Darrell Smith. I hope you enjoyed your evening. We're going to end the evening with my good friend Mike Kane and Goon Dads. So we hope you enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How we doing? We are Goon Dads. Goon Dads. we doing? How we doing? Live stream folk. Hello, we are Goon Dads. My brother Tom Harden over here on guitar. Tom Harden. Mr. Mike Kane on drums. This song is called Blue Pig. We got one more. Thank you for having us, Staten Island Arts. This is wonderful. We are Goon Dads. You can check us out on Instagram. This has been rather fun. Hope everyone at home is having a good time. Get yourself a beverage, enjoy, dance if you're feeling fun. This song is called Pineapple Mike. Thanks. We're Goon Dads. Check us out. We got an EP coming out.
You guys, the Goon Dads, y'all, the Goon Dads. Amazing performance. Thank you so much. Hey, Mike, do you want to come up for a quick talk real quick? Cool. I know I talk to everybody, but I only have kind of like one microphone, so I'm sorry about that. Mike, this is for you.
Thank you, sir.
So as our last performance of the evening, I think we're going to talk to this camera here and maybe move up just a hair because lighting and TV and things. Man, this has been an amazing night, and this has been a lot of fun. There's been so much that's been put into this production, so I appreciate you guys being here. Once again, this is Mike Kane, y'all. I've known Mike for, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years now, and he's one of the premier drummers on Staten Island, and it's great to have him here this evening with his fellow musicians here, the Hardens. So thanks, guys.
It's a blessing to be here, and we want to thank you for being one of the many masterminds behind this whole project.
Oh, you know.
This is like, this is special because this proves that the arts will live on, and through anything and everything, we have self-expression always.
Shoot, man, it sounded like the arts never died with you guys, man. Like, it's like, I was just like, damn, like, had they just been playing the whole time? Like, what? That was amazing. That was really cool.
It's good to have something that we could put our hearts into, nowadays.
How long has Goon Dads been together?
What would you say? It's been a project. Yeah, about a year. These guys are really the guys behind it.
Right. And I mean, so, you guys can come in. So my producer's saying that you guys can come in too. Maybe if I could have another microphone like here, and then, I don't know, maybe you could share with your brother because you guys are brothers, and that's how that will work out. So, brothers, so they live together, so.
Yeah, we've been like a thing for a year, like roughly. Me and him have been writing songs since like 2019 probably, so a year and a half even. And then we've had this idea of a collective, and we stumbled across the wonderful talent of Mike here. And
nice. I heard through the grapevine that y'all went to high school together.
Yes,
we did.
We're a marching band friends from Monsignor.
We were in marching band for like 20 years.
Yeah, long time ago.
I see. And I mean, you guys look like, I don't know, like you're fresh out of high school, so it doesn't, like...
I graduated last year.
I see. So young talent on Staten Island is uprising, and that's amazing. The Hardens and Mr. Mike Kane, that's crazy. So just a little bit about yourselves. Like, so Mike, I know you have been playing drums for a long time because your dad is a drummer, Paul Kane, right?
Sir,
just shout out to all Staten Island musicians because Paul Kane, Sugar Cane, right? Is that his nickname? Paul Sugar Cane. And he produced this wonderful protege of Mike Kane. And then, so you've been playing drums since how old?
Nice, thank you, man. Since about 6 or 7, as far as I remember.
And so you're 12 now.
And
So only 6 years.
Good. This many?
He's not 12. He's definitely over 20s. So, oh, and please talk into the mic. That's what we're talking about.
Me or you?
Maybe
Me.
live TV, guys. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh,
We've never done this before, so we're trying for the first time.
pardon us.
Pardon us. So you've been playing since you were 6 or 7, right?
Yes.
Cool. And you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing since I was a kid. I went through. Sorry. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been playing for years. You know, I went to, did the whole jazz school thing. And just figured I fuse my love of jazz with rock music, and out came this baby. So that's really what this thing is really about for me.
That's so cool. Man, I always wish I had a sibling to play music with. I mean, I think that's a special kind of bond. Like, I never got that experience. So.
Yeah, no,
Me
it's-
neither.
it's
I'm an only
cool.
child.
Yeah, we have two other brothers
Yeah.
as well that are that play. So we come from a very musical household. So it was a lot of fun growing up for sure.
Very patient parents, very patient.
All in the family.
Especially with the drum set. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. So, just a little bit about Goon Dads. It sounds like you guys have been playing for a while, and it says this whole last year, like, you've been kind of like getting together and rehearsing and all this. Do you have any like material coming out or anything that we can listen to that?
Yeah, so we are actually in the process of releasing our debut EP. We finished recording it, towards the end of last year. It's all mastered and ready to go. We're just waiting on a couple more things, so we'll probably be getting it out within the next few months, I'd say, for sure. And once we get some, once like the gigs start opening back up and we can start performing this for people. So we're really excited to get this music out here.
Definitely excited to get it out there.
Highly
And
excited. Very excited.
Of course. Is there some sort of website or social media that we could follow you
Yeah,
guys on?
you could follow us on Instagram at Goon Dads. That's GOONDADS.
And just real quick, where was the inspiration of the name? Where'd that come from? Because that was just interesting. Y'all not dads. I just became a dad, and I'm looking at y'all, so I'm just like,
Daddy Darrell.
no dads here.
The name, played a lot of Little League as a kid. A lot of fathers walking around being goons. It's that's really it. There's not much behind it. That's it.
Yeah, good old Staten Island for you.
Amazing. Well, that's a fun name, and this was a fun band. I want to thank you guys for being here once again. I appreciate y'all so much.
It's our pleasure. Thank
Kane,
you.
Mr. Harden. Amazing, amazing,
Dr.
amazing.
Darrell Smith, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
doctor. There you go. There you go. Well, so that's the it. That's the it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take this off real quick. So that's the end of our show. We thank you all for being here, Staten Island Arts. Thanks you. I thank you personally. Once again, my name is Darrell Smith. This was People Say. If you enjoyed the show, you can donate. There's a donate button at the bottom of this YouTube page. And you can find it. Any of the proceeds go to further shows and funding anything that's happening here at Staten Island Arts. What else can I say? Oh, I know what I can say. This is happening once a month, you guys. So this will happen the second Wednesday of every month. So if you enjoyed what you heard here, there's going to be 4 new bands that are coming next month, April 14th. It's the second Wednesday of next month, and we'll have 4 new bands. Say it again. 7 p.m. Yes. Sorry, my producer just came up to me. She was like, tell them the time. So it's April 14th at 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. live streamed here on YouTube once again. We hope you enjoyed this evening. Thank you for being here, and we hope you had a great night.